Hi Mr. Fleming, I'm just going to do a handover video for your new Warwick XL. So we start on the driver's side of the van. The first thing is first, we have the mirrors here. So they are electrically adjusted, and then if you need to go down a driveway or anything like that, just give them a shove in and pull them back out. Next along, you'll have your LPG filler point. And the cap for that just twists off. You can fill up your LPG. Along again, is your toilet cassette. So for the toilet cassette, you just lift this blue handle up and the toilet cassette will slide out. And then to empty the toilet, flick out this handle, unscrew the end, tip it out and press the blue button at the back there, and that will let you empty the toilet. Along again, you've got your emergency gas shut off, so I'll just try and show you that. As in this unit here, you take the front of that off, and then there's just a tap to switch off the gas. We go along again, your electric hookup point, and then we have an external TV aerial. Along again, you've got your fresh water pump, so that's a unit that plugs into here and you can pump water from either like a barrel of water or straight in from the hose. Down underneath here, you have your fresh water drain tap. So you just twist that and the fresh water will come out. Come round to the back. Get the back doors and your tow bar. Open up the back. We can see straight up the length of the van. Up the top there, next to the light, is your reversing camera. Coming along to this side, you've got an external gas barbecue point. So just use the wee adapter, this cable tied to the tap, and you plug that into your hose pipe coming from your barbecue. Along again, you've got your fridge vent covers. So these will just pop off like so. So when you're using the fridge, just pop these off unless it's really cold in the winter, and in which case you can leave them on and the fridge will still work. You've also got your water filler here. So you can just use a normal hose pipe to fill up the water if you so need it. Along again, you've got your diesel filler and your AdBlue. So for filling up with diesel, just use the ignition key. Plug that in there. If we open up the passenger's door, on the side you'll see the catch for the bonnet. So just flick that down. Release the catch and flick the bonnet up. Not really much to be doing in here. You've got your windscreen washer fluid, coolant and brake fluid, engine oil and the dipstick. Got the peg there for jump start, and then also down on the right there you've got, under this catch you've got the positive for the jump start. So I'll show you that again. And that's really all to be doing under the bonnet. We'll just pop that shut, and then we'll go round to the inside of the van. We'll push this button here to release the step. Come into the van, right through into the back. And then first things first, for inside we've got the control panel. To switch that on, you just press the power button and that will switch your electrics on, and that will mean things like your lights will be able to switch on as well. So these lights here you just touch and they'll switch on. And then on this side here you've got some switches for your lights. And then the lights here will switch on. Next on this you've got your water pump. So push that and that will switch on the water pump. That will mean you can use the taps and the toilet. Here you tell you your fresh water level, so just now you've got 50% of fresh water and your waste tank is empty. This will tell you your current battery levels and your current mains current. Go back to the home screen. You can swap between leisure and vehicle battery, and then into the settings. The heating settings you don't need to worry about. The power settings here, so if you're going to use the automatic tank fill, that is for when you're using the external pump. So you'd switch that on until it goes blue, and then you can use the water pump on the outside, and then you've got a couple of tank heaters there for your fresh and waste tanks when they are cold in the winter. Other than that, on this screen you have your electric hookup indicator, which is the lightning bolt, and then you've also got your current temperature, so the external temperature and the internal temperature. If we come along here, you have your heating controls. So first up the top you've got water heating. So this one here is your kind of frost protect. So that's going to be useful in the winter when it's particularly cold. You've got 1 bar of electric, 2 bars of electric, gas and 1 electric, gas and 2. So the 1 and 2 electric is kilowatts, so you've got 1 kilowatt and 2 kilowatt. If we come down to the air heating, which is this one. You can run that independently from the water heating, so you can use different power sources for water and air heating, not that you would ever really need to. So you've got 1, 2 and 3 kilowatts of electric, gas and 2, and that's you. And then here you have the kind of fan speed, so you've got high right down to low, and the frost one here is different than the one for the water. The frost here is for in the summer when you just want a wee bit of air blowing through but don't want it to be hot. Then you've got night mode, so that's the quietest setting for the heating, so if you had it on overnight it's not going to wake you up, and then it would just be a fan, a level up from there. Over. So next up you've got your extraction here, so you've got low and then high, and then you've got lights, the lights here. Switch that off. You've got your 3 burner hob, so you just push in, spark it on, and that works the exact same for the oven and the grill. Underneath here, a big bit of storage space. Storage. Now if you come along again, you've got your microwave. So the microwave's only going to work on mains electric. So if you flick that down, that's going to switch your microwave on. This microwave doesn't have a spinning plate, so nothing to get lost or rattle about when you're driving. Down to the fridge. So it's a 3-way fridge. So if you leave it on automatic, it'll select whatever's available. So if you're hooked up, it'll run on the hookup. If you are, plugged in, not plugged in but parked up, you can run it on gas. And then if you're driving, it'll run on the engine battery. So if you leave it on automatic, it will just select whatever one's available. So you don't really ever need to change it over. You can change it over if you need to, but I would say you don't, it's not really necessary. And then inside, you've got your fridge there. Coming along, you have your lights, so you can flick your lights on and off. And then these are also able to move about, so you can twist them on. So in this cupboard here, you've got all your spare bits and pieces. So firstly, this is for filling up the oil, the engine oil. This is the water pump, fridge vents there, hookup cable underneath there, TV bracket. This is for changing the spare wheel, box from the Wi-Fi kit, bits and pieces for the awning, table, and then this is the digital aerial. So as long as that blue light's on, you're good to go. And then speaking of the Wi-Fi, here's the wee unit here. So there's a SIM card in the book pack. You just put the SIM card in and then go to the website and set it up, and then you'd have your Wi-Fi in the van. Underneath here, you've got your battery and a bit of storage space. And under here, just more storage. And here you've got your fuses and your trip switches. again. Got your big table up the top there that just folds out. And then in here you've got your shower room and the toilet. Skylights, you just push in the button and pull them down. And then up into the front, you've got this media centre here. So you flick this switch if you don't have the ignition on, and it will switch that on for you. And then this will flick on. So on the first thing that will come up will be the radio, and that will start playing. And then if we go to home, you have all these different options here depending on what's available. So you've got your DAB radio, your FM radio. If you plug in your USB, it plugs in just into one of those there. Turn this down. Then so you've got this. If you plug in to USB with your phone, you would have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, or you can connect to Bluetooth, and then you can look at your reversing camera as well. Go to setup, you've got all your different settings there. Just have a wee flick through them and you should be fine. Then you can switch it off just by flicking this here. Your blinds, you push these wee two buttons in and this slides across. Like so. And you just flick it back over. And then the same on this side. And then the ones in the middle, just push the buttons in and then slide them across.